Hello, everybody. Me, Mudahar. Welcome to another episode of the Some Ordinary Podcast. I've got me, my co-host Nux Taku, and if you're wondering where Oompaville is today, we're working on a machine. Rather, he is, and he's working like a slave. So we're gonna have a couple episodes of him just grinding away at that, getting Sour Boys ready to go. But in the meantime, we've got an amazing guest. Somebody who's been around on YouTube as long as me and pretty much most of the people I know. ReviewTechUSA. How's it going, buddy? How are you reviewing tech in the USA?
I ain't reviewing really jack shit right now, but I've been on this website for, some may argue, way too long. And it's a new year and there's new drama that I end up tripping into. So there you go.
Yeah, like you've been on the DKOldies grind. It's like, all right, this is just some spiritual warfare going on with this company.
It's just so straight. Like, I don't even know how they fell into my lap. And I was just like, I saw everyone was like mixed on them actually at first. And I was like, all right, I'm going to order something. You know, if they're actually refurbishing the stuff, the premium would be fine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, they ain't refurbishing shit, and they're putting a "Don't tamper with" sticker on the bottom of it.
Yeah, like their little warranty void seal.
And they were telling people, they wrote to Jacob R. like, "Oh, you took the sticker off, but we'll give you a one chance this time, even though that's supposed to void the warranty." Then they said later on that doesn't void the warranty to cover their asses. Yeah, and they're doing nothing.
It's like taking it to a third party guy to fix your Xbox Red Ring of Death, and then it comes back with like their own fucking brand. It's like, what? Did you actually do your job? What's going on? That was a weird.
It's bizarre.
That was a weird situation. And the premiums?
It's bizarre, and I apologize. It's bizarre that like you just said it. The premiums that they're asking. And then they're trying to trick people to be scared to open it with the sticker. Just think about the levels of deceit. It's like multi-layered, you know?
Mm-hmm. The thing is, like, when I look at it, it's like the problem with like any of these retro gaming like sites or circles is like, obviously they're banking on like somebody's nostalgia. Okay, like these
100%.
companies are getting ahead of like just. You guys want to play the old school, like PS2, PS3, some PS... Like, I have literally seen 3DS be considered retro at this point. It makes me feel old as shit, don't get me wrong, but it's like... Sometimes I feel like they're getting a little bit too far off with it. You know, it's like PS3 is hyper retro. You know, let's get these games going. And, you know, they dig up these, like, bereaved old consoles. And my problem with, like, the hardware is, like, eventually that shit dies, right? Like
100%,
you know,
yeah.
It's one of the
inevitable.
reasons... Yeah, it's like back in the days when we had cartridges you had to like blow on them. Like the more you blew on a cartridge, the more you caused it to oxidize. So it's like you're effectively killing it quicker. But it's like the hardware, the physical shit dies. Discs are a little bit better. I've seen so many like brain damaged in my comment section that I'm sorry not using a better term, but it's like when they're like, Moody, you bought a disc, it's gonna rot away. I'm like, not modern shit. It's gonna outlive me. All right, my lifespan. So I'm good on that.
Yeah, but think
like
of
when it
your
comes
children.
But the thing,
I'm like, my kids ain't gonna be playing those games.
on the flip side, the older consoles, hardware wise, were because they didn't have moving parts would last longer. But yeah, the thing with DKOldies is it doesn't matter whether you're getting an NES like I showed or if you're getting an Xbox like I showed.
I saw the PS2 thing and like immediately, so I watched the videos with like all the videos I was watching with like the audio off because I was just looking at the quality of the console, right? I wasn't like looking to. It was the moment when I saw like the port being fucking broken on your end, like the little display port. I'm like, I zoom into I actually like use the little zoom in feature on my OS and I'm like, how can you sell that? Like, that doesn't even work. Like, you have to
It did. I mean, surprisingly, it did actually work, but you're 100% right. Like, you look at that, that's not even opening it up. You turn it around. Oh, the whole port is completely crooked. That's good to go.
Yeah. There was when I saw DKOldies and the quality of it, there's this flea market that I used to go to get, like, early games. Like, this is like years ago. Like, we're talking the release of Dark Souls 3. So like when everyone was like, how do we get that shit early, right? Like you got like DSP Gaming setting his console like fucking Mars or some shit, downloading it from the Xbox. And I find this one flea market, the sketchiest flea market in Toronto, by the way. Like this place is definitely where you're getting stabbed. So I'm driving up to it and I see this like fucking pristine GTR. And I'm like, oh, cool. That's a nice fucking car to be parked out here in the middle of fucking nowhere. I go in. Dude, the guy running the flea market, biggest hustler in the world. Like, we're talking the guy who followed one entry. Like, he signed up for the Hustlers University, and this is what he's doing now. Like, he's just running the hustle. So I go in, I buy this game, and he's also selling like fucking consoles, right? Like he's selling PS2s, and like we're talking. There's this one P. I almost bought it because like the motherfucking like top was warped. I'm like, how does that even fucking happen? You know, how does it look
Sometimes
like a
you
PS3?
pay for the defect, you know?
Yeah, because I look, it's like the rare Pokemon that shows up. I'm
someone
like,
put it in the fucking oven and warped the top of it or something.
yeah. Like I look at it and then like I look at the price tag for it, like a little price sticker that he printed out, and it's like $250. I just asked him like, why is that $250? He's like, well, it comes with 2 controllers, and just to make it a sweeten the pot, I'll throw in a free game. Can't be above like $10 though. What was the free fucking game that he had? Pinball. Scott Gottlieb's Pinball.
Let's go.
I'm like, you know, pinball's the type of game that, listen, if you like playing a pinball game, I'm not trying to bully you, but there are bars you can go to where you can get drunk and play real pinball for a fraction of the cost.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the video game pinballs. Even in 2023 with the tech, it's just still not like you need the physical hardware with a game like that.
Yeah. There's some games that just work better. Like if I'm playing a light gun game, like light gun games never made sense to me in the house because it's always something I felt like you went to an arcade for. But recently there was this emulator that I tried called Emu VR. Bro, it's the funniest shit in the world. You can have 7 light gun games open on your like virtual reality headset and like fucking play them at the same time. It's like you literally sit in like this 90s room and just like fuck around and like play like PS1 games. Like it's like you can hear your mom and shit having an argument with your dad outside the other room while you're playing Super Nintendo stuff. It's like the most immersive virtual reality emulator. Some of the like that's the kind of shit that like I'm mostly into. Like some of this retro gaming stuff. I don't know. Super overpriced. Market's super overrun.
It is super overpriced. And like even when you go on eBay, like fine, these people are selling like, look, here is a PS3. I want to sell it for $5,000. Mm-hmm. All right, if you're selling it for that and some idiot wants to buy it for that price, who cares? I'm not making a video on that. That's stupid. But when you're saying that that's like if I detailed cars and you got your car back for me and it was just as dirty as you brought it in. It's like you're not doing your job.
Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by our friends over at Manscaped. And ladies and gentlemen, they got the brand new Weed Whacker 2.0. In fact, it's part of the Beard Hedger Pro Kit, the ultimate package that makes it incredibly easy to craft that signature look you've always wanted. And it all starts with the cordless electric beard hedger, which is tough on hair, but smooth on your face, leading to single stroke efficiency that brings a satisfaction every time you stroke along your skin. And of course, it's waterproof, meaning you can do this in the shower. It's got rotary wheels, one rotary wheel that'll give you 20 different lengths of hair. And of course, one guard, so you don't have to worry about a messy drawer full of like weird plugs and add-ons. It's all in one decent product. And of course, the Pro Kit also comes with 4 dermatologist-tested formulations for post-trim care. It includes the beard shampoo and conditioner, beard oil, beard balm, to basically moisturize, style, and shimmer that beautiful beard of yours. And of course, you've also got 3 free gifts: a beard brush, comb, and scissors. And with a nice beard, your face is completely groomed, you might imagine. Perfectly right. Wrong! You need to keep an eye out for those tough-to-trim ear and nose hairs. And that's where the Weed Whacker 2.0, like I mentioned, comes in. Improved blades, skin-safe technology, and an absolute no-tuck guarantee, meaning that pulling those nose hairs and ear hairs have never been so painless. Your significant other will be absolutely delighted to see you covering every base on your body, if you know what I mean. Anyways, that being said, make sure to get 20% off and free shipping with our code SOP at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using our code SOP. Let's get back to the episode.
That's what people are really going crazy with them about, and that's why I think a lot of viewers are fascinated, because it's like, how are they getting away with this still? And now they think they're refurbishing the consoles because they're blowing them out with air.
Yeah, I've seen, but it's like the same thing in like a computer repair shop too. There's like some repair shops that like all they do is like literally dust the like. I had a computer repair shop where like they just literally like use compressed air around the computer a few times. It's like done. And I'm like, oh, you're not gonna like deep clean it? Okay, back it out of it. Like, okay, I don't know. There's a lot of places.
I'm out of my depth here. I've never collected retro stuff. I am familiar with the DKOldies drama, more or less. Dude, you made like 30 videos on them.
Yes.
How?
How's it
How
that, like
haven't
it's
you
like
gone
every
insane?
how like every day there's got to be something. Actually, that's one of the things I want to know. Like every day you've been getting into like a spat with them. Is it, like
Okay,
something new that you discover?
Well, hold on. Let me just try to recap so I kind of understand. DKOldies, they're selling like this retro stuff, right? They claim that they're refurbishing things, and then people get them, and they are not refurbished. They operate on like the lowest possible level they could, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like
Very
if you buy a console, like from the outside it'll look clean because like they wiped it with like a napkin.
But on the
then when
inside,
you,
there'll be like a dead cat in the
yeah,
freaking
pretty much. There'll be a
PlayStation.
dead cat sitting next to a disc drive or something.
Pretty bad. It also has been too is how they've responded to it. They've had people damage controlling in the comment section. They're basically the equivalent of Quantum TV as a company in terms of like how they're handling.
Damn.
Minus the
Dude, that
bigoted
was
stuff
the wildest.
and all that stuff. Like they're doing the same thing. They're not holding themselves accountable, and they're trying to come off as the victim. And every day, like I go into my Twitter DMs and they're like, "Hey Rich, check out this video. Hey Rich, check out what they said. Hey Rich, check out this." Or Jacob R makes something. There's probably shit that I'm missing that is probably video worthy of them right now as I'm sitting here drinking a Spindrift.
Damn.
Dude, what came out of the whole like? Do you still get hate calls from like fucking our boy Quantum TV? Is he still
Dude, I don't even like. I had a feeling like somewhat recently he was trying to get people to talk about him again because that was the most notoriety he ever got was that whole drama. But I didn't really buy into it. I talked about it on a couple live streams and left it at that. He's still nuts.
Oh, it's like the ICGC is like the Steam Deck or the fucking Hogwarts Legacy review, which is yeah. The thing about it is so weird. Like when I first saw like when I first saw Quantum TV, like you go to his website and it doesn't even hide the fact that I think the funniest piece is when he shit on another like TV reviewer, and it was about this like because he showcased his show called Lucifer, and he's like somehow it's fucking satanic.
Because all he wanted to do was because the logo was very contrasty. The logo was very contrasty.
Yeah,
it's like,
it was like white to black.
check
like you
out
could
the
see
bloom
the exactly.
levels. Look at the bloom levels on these different QLEDs. And Quantum wrote like a 7-page thesis on how he's a Satanist because of that. Like that's just.
Yeah, I was about to be like, man, imagine if you walked into a Best Buy and they just had Lucifer playing on the TV set.
Dude would lose his mind.
He would pass. Dude, I'm pretty sure. I have to say pretty sure because I wish I had the evidence in front of me that someone found out because there was a pair of titties in some Blu-ray movie that he was watching that he went to he bought it from Best Buy or Amazon. He wrote a complaint because there was breasts that the rating didn't warn him about.
Wait, there was boobs in the movie
Yes,
in the Best
Go, baby.
You have to go to the ratings board.
Quote me, but why would I make something up like that? Like, where would that come from?
That would be absurd. That's fucking absurdly wild. No, it's like going into a fucking like it's like going to bitch at an EB Games minimum wage employee because GTA had fucking violence in it and a mom got mad. Yeah, no, that's pretty dumb. You know, like the thing with him is, and the thing with like a bunch of other creators, like there was this Brent Riviera guy who, like, I mean, I think he's still doing it.
Bro.
I completely checked on that.
There's so much happened over the last week. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, add something new for us next. Come on, give us where. Take us to a promised new land.
All right, so there's way too many promised new lands that could be covered right now.
Jesus Christ.
Like, oh my god, have you seen Twitter? Okay, actually, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the VTuber side of it, but things were going nuts over there.
I've seen it trending.
Okay.
There's some fucking anger going
There's
on between.
a lot of anger. So it all happened with everyone's favorite game, Hogwarts Legacy, where there was this VTuber named Pikami who is
I heard about this.
She's a streamer for one of the Japanese corporations, not one of the two big ones, like a third one which is smaller. And
I know about this. Continue. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, she got harassed for saying that she was going to play it so badly to the point that she basically, and she's the most wholesome person ever, that she took a break from the internet for a while, and she ended up coming back with an announcement tweet saying that she is graduating at the end of the month, meaning she's effectively retiring as a VTuber by the end of the month. And her audience was like,
wow.
Obviously, like, they flipped out. And of course, it's a Japanese company. They never want like the bad PR. I have guesses as to why this is happening, but essentially, it's probably the company that's either telling her, "Listen, this is just a bad look for the company," or it's her deciding she got so much hate she doesn't want to deal with the company life. Like whatever it is, we don't know exactly, but she got so much hate she left, and now a lot of people were just. It became all-out war. It was like the ultra-based area of the VTuber group community. They were attacking the whole LGBT community for harassing Pikami. And like there were these memes floating around of Pikami with like pouring gasoline like on a trans flag, which is obviously not the message at all.
Christ.
And it became like an actual nuclear fallout. Like a complete all-out war.
I mean, either way for her, quitting is horrible. It's like, all right, she got harassed, so she's quitting. That's terrible. But I would say it would be even worse. It's like, hey, you got harassed and you're giving our company bad PR, so we're letting you go for something that's not your fault.
Well, that has happened many times with Japanese VTuber groups. Yeah, they're structured like idol companies are. And in Japan, like, I don't know if you're familiar with any of the idol company dramas that have happened in the past. There was this idol from some group that was seen with a boy. And that was enough for them to punish her by making her shave her head in public. Like,
what?
There's some...
Wait, whoa,
you didn't hear about
what?
this? This was just a couple of years ago that this went
No,
down.
bro, it sounds like Saudi Arabia right now. What the...
No, it's
What?
wild. It's wild. And a lot of VTuber groups operate under the same like principles as the idol companies do, that, you know, they're promoting these cute girls that they want their fan bases to fall in love with and simp for. It's basically the...
Yeah, it's like boy bands here.
Yeah,
like
it's
Disney
the
will
business
fucking prop a
model.
bunch, yeah.
And they just don't like any negative PR. It's just like Coco, who was the biggest earning streamer VTuber for HoloLive. She she mentioned Taiwan in a video or something, and China got upset, and they banned her. They fired her from the company. And now she's
so
ridiculous. She's in a different... She had to restart basically.
And I just want to say, for the record, we like Taiwan here. They're cool.
Sorry, HoloLive, if you're watching this.
Yeah, no, I've come to accept that we were not going to get any Chinese money in this side of the.
No.
Yeah, we're not getting any of that. But that's So wait, she does the VTuber stuff. She plays Hogwarts Legacy, which she kind of like.
She didn't. She
kinda,
announced
like,
she was
break-
going to be playing Hogwarts Legacy.
What did she say? Anything like we're going
So
to play
that's-
the wizard game or something?
Okay, so here's the thing. So there was a different VTuber drama that happened to a different VTuber that's part of a different company, a more Western one. Her name is Pippa, and she said she after the whole thing happened with Pikami that she announced that she was graduating, which is just a nice way to say that she got canned, basically.
Graduating is an interesting way to word it.
That is how they all word it. And so Pippa announces, well, I hate Harry Potter, but I hate Twitter more, so I'm just going to play the game, the wizard game. And then all of Twitter's like, just say you hate Jews. Just say you hate trans people already. Hassan even retweeted that. I was like, bro,
the thing about all
like,
this,
that's not
the thing about all of it that's just so wild is like, how much do you think it's actually trans people doing it? How much do you think is like a fucking 4chan op or
dude,
some
I'm
shit
sure
where
there are
people
so
are
many like
pretending?
psyops.
Yeah.
They found an account. I remember that someone pointed this out to me. They found an account that was tweeting all of this like this super posturing progressivism stuff. They went back to their past and they were like saying the N-word and tweeting all this horrible, like total opposite.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so disgusting.
Well, that's the problem with the internet now too, is that because we've been on it for so long, you could catch anybody in a gotcha moment. You guys know who Kyle Kalinske is?
No.
That he's like the political, not even about like someone made an account saying Kyle Kalinski's old tweets where they bring up all the old stupid shit he said. My point being is that you could catch anybody if you want to damage their reputation in a gotcha moment because we do everything online.
Yeah, you could, pretty, like, I think every creator has had a moment in their past, like, if you dug it up, like, publicly posted, where it's like, you've said some
I feel like every time I tweet something, I have someone trying to get that viral takedown post with the, like, this you, and then a screenshot of, like, my April Fool's video from 4 years ago where I was paying streamers to say the N-word, where the N-word was nipple. Okay, and I had like everyone.
Oh, God.
This you, bro? This you? It's
Oh,
like,
they'll
yeah,
absolutely use that against you out of context, 100%.
every day someone is retweets one. This you, bro? This you? It's like,
What are we gonna say about Elon doing the most like cool, like Elon doing the most 4chan thing I've ever seen?
God.
Picking on a handicapped guy on Twitter.
Oh my God!
my
Yeah, I
God,
saw about it. But
dude, that
didn't he
was
like
messed
try to?
up.
Didn't he try to damage control it and be like, "Well, he's
Oh,
independently."
you're handicapped? Well, name all your vertebra. Okay. It's like,
He's like, "Oh, he has nothing to worry about. He's independently wealthy anyway." It's like, what? Oh my God! Stop talking.
I love when he mentioned that because you know it cut deep knowing that he came as a trust fund emerald mine kid. He's like, wait a minute, this guy made his own money? No way.
But here's the
Dude,
weird. I keep on hearing that's true. Where Elon Musk came from trust fund money. I keep hearing it's not true. I don't know what's true or not.
So, okay, the reality of his family history is his father, Errol Musk, who I guess apparently didn't have a great relationship with, even though I found like verifiable proof. So there's a couple of YouTube channels. One of them is Common Sense Media, and they did like this entire deep dive into this subject, right? Like where Elon came, like, because I always used to think this guy was like fucking poor as fuck, you know, like came from nothing, you know, self-made richest guy in the world.
That's what he wanted us
And
to
then
believe.
you find-
yeah.
And then you find
that's
out
what
his
everyone wants
family.
you to believe. Like,
Yeah,
remember
ever
Trump
since he
was
was a
saying
kid-
that too when he was running for office. It was like,
Well,
look at me, I'm the American dream. I made all my
It
own money.
resonates really well with some of those people. It resonates really well with that base, right? Of like people who are like, yeah, fucking billionaires rule. One day I might be a billionaire. And then you realize that there's never, like, I can never find an example of a self-made billionaire. You know, like maybe Mark Zuckerberg, because what was he
Yeah,
like? He
maybe
was
Mark
working at
Zuckerberg.
Harvard. Yeah. But that's the only example that rings into my head. Everyone else has come from mass money. So like when I looked at Elon, right, like Errol Musk, his father, and I think it was May Musk, because his mom, she was like a model in Canada. Anyways, the dad owned a bunch of like stock. He also owned like he co-owned an emerald mine and stuff. So it
Jesus
wasn't like
Christ, that alone.
they had a lot of money. So there was like when I think Elon was living in either the States or Canada, like dad gave him like fucking some like tens of thousands of dollars along with mom to like start and finance like their initial companies like Zip2 and whatever the so he like it's funny because he'll say his dad is a piece of shit, but then you can go back in time and see, oh, he was a piece of shit, but not enough of a shitbag that you wouldn't taken money from him, right? Like your cost expenses and everything. So he's always had a really comfortable upbringing. Like that's the point that people go into. He's had a very, very like privileged, like upper, like super upper class, like South African upbringing. And then when he comes here, it's true. He turned a lot of that money into like big money with like Tesla, Zip2, SpaceX, and all these other various projects that he's been onto. But then they even dug into his ownership at other companies. So everyone is like, he made these big moves at PayPal, right? I was watching the Common Sense Media, and they did all the fact checking. Like they did all the checks on Elon. He didn't do shit at PayPal. He basically went in there, tried to oust and like rob the company from the other founders. And then there was another guy known as Peter Thiel who organized who used basically his connections to sell PayPal to like eBay for like $1.5 billion at the time. So Elon literally became an accidental rich guy
Damn.
because of the hard effort from someone else. And then when he went to Tesla, right? I think this is the most heartbreaking story at Tesla. So the original two founders, I'm not remembering their names because they're very distinct names, but the two original co-founders of Tesla, right? He gives them like $6 million of like investment money. And so when he gives them investment money, I think the Tesla owners were like, oh, this is just somebody investing into us. No, he basically wanted to become the third founder. So he jumps into the company and he like basically bitches at one of the founders for like overrunning the costs on the Tesla, even though it came out that it was Elon's stupid ideas that caused the Tesla to be like overvalued or like the cost to be overpriced. So the fun fact is there was a really messy like divorce in this company of like the original founders leaving. And one of the funniest things is, you know, when he sent that Tesla to space, his Tesla, like into the space launch. Fun fact, that original Tesla that you see in space was supposed to go to the original founder of the company that he never ended up getting. The original founder, after such a messy lawsuit and like cut off from the company, he ended up getting his original like car that he was that he made basically. except he got some lower end entry version trim without any of the upgrades he even wanted. Like, it was the saddest shit in the world. And like then at this point, like the Tesla company, like the board of directors were basically like fit with his boys, right? Like, it was his old club. And I guess history was rewritten at that point, right? Like, nobody really wants to talk about the original founders. Everyone thinks about Musk, and that's pretty much it.
Because
And
Musk
that's what
became
he
a
wants,
personality. He's more of a personality at this point than an inventor, right? You know.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because like a lot of the guys who jack off Tesla, like, this isn't financial advice, but like they're like, when you look at their like price to earnings ratio on their company alone, and this is just, again, this is not financial advice, they are severely overvalued in like that car world, because it's not like they sell a crap ton of cars, but they're like suddenly the most valuable company in the world out of a stock that doesn't pay you dividends of no things. So it's like, literally, you're just like Elon's wealth, like the channel that made it, right? And again, I don't know how accurate their math is, but they were like, look, like they said, if Tesla corrected itself, like the value corrected on the stock, he'd go from like 300 billion to like $2 billion.
Holy
Like 2.3 or 3. That's how, like, apparently that's the bubble of like Tesla stock that he's
Dude, I
riding
love
on.
how you became like so well versed in Elon Musk just out of hating him on Twitter. You're like, you're insufferable on Twitter? I will learn everything there is to know about it.
It's like, I don't even know if it's so much as hate, because it's like, I don't, like, every time, like, because like what Rich said, it's like, so many people are like, he's a self-made billionaire. When you hear a claim like a million times, then you're like, shit, I guess I'll fact check it. The internet's at my fingertips. Let's read everything. Like, you're right.
100.
It's like getting canceled. People can dig up tweets from like tweets before Twitter was made. Just like I can look up SEC reports all the way back in the day. Like, I can look up all these earnings reports. Every piece of history is so available. Like, and it's not like this channel made these sources out of thin air. Like, these are facts that you can look up from like old releases that are archived and kept for historical record. So it's like, just the Elon like story of him being like the self-made multi-billionaire guy. It's like, yeah, it's a trust fund kid that put his money into the right places at the right time. And in some cases, it wasn't even his effort. It was like other people around him that were just like really talented and also rich at the time too. So yeah. And it's like, when you look at his other projects, like that Starlink shit, and it's like, the people that buy into it, I'm like, dude, he wants to put like, what, 40,000 satellites around the world that are going to survive for only 5 years. Like, do you understand how fucking destroyed the atmosphere, the fucking exterior of Earth is going to look at the, like, in 10 years if he goes with his plan? It's insane. Like, if you know anything about like the money involved in this situation, it's just like other projects that are just, he's burning cash, and it's there's just no end game to it. It's like the people that are fooled easily, like, I don't know. It's hard to convince those guys. It really is.
I don't understand the Elon Musk stands. I just don't understand why.
Dude, I don't understand any stands, to be frank.
No,
when you're
I don't either.
wrapping your identity up with some individual, you're just not an individual anymore. Like, what are you doing?
Like I call him an idiot, and they're like, "Well, Elon has more money than you." I'm like, ignore the money.
It's literally
like, guy,
what color's your Bugatti argument all over again.
It is. Like, I had one guy who's like, "Well, Elon makes more money than your generation." I'm like, I have more money than your entire family too. But does that make me smarter than you? Like, I don't like. That's like, if I responded like that, obviously I look like the asshole. But I am going to respond like that. If you tell me that I'm not a billionaire like Musk, well, you're not a multimillionaire like me. So it's like, are we using net worth as a metric for intellect? Because that doesn't It's so dumb. I'm speaking out of an engineer. Like, if I wasn't a computer science engineer, I wouldn't speak about Elon being an idiot. Huh. But as an engineer, yeah, I'm going to call him an idiot because he does do idiotic statements. Like, and then people are like, but he's shaming his boss at the company. I'm like, bro, they're the ones that decided to have this spat out in public. Just because you work for somebody doesn't mean you have to take their shit. All right, like, just there are whole laws around this stuff. All right, your boss can't fucking slave drive you. Your boss can't berate you.
Yeah,
mentally.
It's such a bad argument. It's like, no one likes J.K. Rowling. I don't know anyone that does. But anyway, she had a banger tweet the other day that I wanted to read. So someone said to her, "How do you sleep at night knowing you've lost a whole audience from buying your books?" And her tweet was, "I read my most recent royalty checks and find the pain goes away pretty quickly." It's the same argument.
Yeah,
it's the same argument. It's like, oh, well, I guess that just means that she deserves to be stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people. People have said that to me though. You're fat, and Elon Musk has more money than you. I'm like, oh, okay, so that just means he's a genius. Then it's incredible, like how many people buy into the same with Andrew Tate. Why do you think there's so many 16-year-old idiots that believe every word that comes out of his mouth because he sits in front of a
16-year-olds and Adin Ross.
Right here, I got a verified account. I just looked into my mentions. He co-founded X.com, which became PayPal, and he made a shit ton of money. Again, if you knew the history of that shit, guys, X.com, you know, people in the company that work for him were like, yo, can you change the name from X? This is like a legit like thing. People in the company working for him were like, Elon, just change the name from X.com. We sound like a porn site. No one's going to fucking come to us.
Damn.
Wasn't his decisions. He wanted that name so hard, and everyone was like, listen, Elon, shut the fuck up. Let us make money.
Awful name.
Just make like when I heard it, X.com, like, hold on a minute, guys. You're actually like, if some guy came to me, he's like, we're gonna start a bank called X.com. I'm like, all right. I mean, what is our subsidiary? Gangbang? What are we gonna be doing here? What is our investment vertical?
You go to the Gangbang Brooklyn branch.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, people hype this guy up, and it's just, I feel like it's going to be another situation like that Theranos chick where, like, you know the whole chick where it's like, we can do a whole blood test in one blood drop, like a fraction of the cost, is going to end up being like that. Because once the House of Cards collapses, because here's the thing, like, I used to think he was, like, super smart until he made that tunnel company, like that Boring Company shit. Have you ever seen the Boring Tunnel?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Dude,
my favorite gaffe. My favorite Elon Musk gaffe.
When I saw that shit, like, I legit, like, I had to sit down, like, my dad, who's not an engineer or anything, he's like a doctor. I sat him down. I'm like, hey, Dad, doesn't that look cool? And he watches it in silence for, like, he watches the whole CNET video in silence. And then he's like, his first words are like, so why not just make a fucking train? I'm like, I know, that's what I'm saying, Dad. But nobody will believe it.
I don't know. I like Elon Musk sort of still. I think he's funny. And I'll be honest, I don't really care about him as a person. So if I could just laugh at his tweets every once in a while, that's fine.
Don't get me wrong. He's definitely an entertainer. He knows how to entertain. Don't get me wrong. It's like Sneeko. He knows how to entertain too. Doesn't mean I take any of his statements
I don't know. His motto is find truth through funny, but I have never laughed watching a Sneeko clip.
I laugh at Sneeko because he says some of the dumbest shit that gets countered in like half a second by other people. Like, I was watching, I gotta thank Charlie for that too. Like, I didn't know shit about Sneeko until I found out, bro, he was defending cuties and all that shit. I'm like,
wild.
Like I thought Charlie was just gonna be like, this guy's a fucking idiot, but then like the last 6 minutes of the Charlie video is like, anyways, let's look into all of his fucking historical accounts of defending cuties and like the most insane shit. I'm like, damn. I'm like, he kind of like destroyed you out here. A lot of these alpha guys, and recently I saw a tweet from the quartering. All right, like,
I know which tweet. I know which tweet.
Okay, so there was one night, like, I have this kind of insomniac habit of like waking up at 1 a.m. So I'm like, all right, I'm in bed. I'll open up Twitter, see what's up. Quartering was talking about how the right side of the right wing side of YouTube or like social media, they were all just cuckolds, like.
Dude, he loses his mind like on a daily basis on that fucking platform, and people think I'm obsessed with him. I'm like, no, I literally get DMs like, did you see what the quartering said? And most of it I ignore, but because then he goes in these tirades, and you guys know he deletes like his whole Twitter feed.
Dude, that's why I love waking up at 1 a.m. because I get to see the unhinged.
See, here's the trick. You only have to follow one person. Keemstar, because he hates the quartering, and if the quartering says something stupid, you'll see it on Keemstar's feed. That's the meta.
I did agree with but I see that's the night where I'm like, hold on, boys, let him cook. I can agree with him tonight here, because I was like, he's kind of right though. A lot of those like alpha brain nut jobs like Tate, like if you actually like, there was this one clip that surfaced out of Tate where he was like, if a dude looked like Megan Fox, I'd tap her. But if a chick looked like Hulk Hogan, I wouldn't. And I'm like, man, you're really doing the fucking like mental gymnastics to try to justify having sex with a transgender person. Just say you do it. I'm not gonna judge you, Andrew. No one was gonna care.
Yeah, but this was before prison. Okay, this was before all the Hulk Hogans he met there. So I don't know. Things might have changed now.
Yeah, we gotta wait for him to be out.
Dude, his Twitter, by the way, has been getting progressively weirder. Like, I feel like he's almost trying to preach to his audience, not that he's just some rich guy. He's almost like trying to preach that he's a god. Like, did you see that tweet where he
have you
says,
not been there since the Mountain of Wudon arc? It was on his website, bro.
people tried to attack him. I snapped my fingers. They forgot why they were there. You know, it's like, okay, dude, I don't have cancer. In fact, I will live for 5,000 years.
Honestly, like being in the Tate circle, man, that shit is so painful because it's just, I think he is genuinely lost it in there. Like, I don't know how long he's been in there since the beginning of this year.
Like 2 months now,
a
right?
few months, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, a few months, and they keep like rejecting his plea to get out, which, I mean, like, they only have up to 180 days, but I mean, dude, if he's like this and he does a whole 6-month stretch in prison and he comes out, like, fuck. It's not going to be the same,
It is
man.
wild. It's wild. Like, prison sucks. I mean, and...
especially Romanian prison, like, that's like
The whole lung cancer thing.
How rich is it worth being to be in prison in Romania for 6 months?
What is that about lung cancer?
Didn't he say that, like, they were saying they thought he had lung cancer or something, Andrew Tate?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the fun story about that, so when that leak came out and the account that was promoting
I don't
it,
buy it.
So this is why I didn't buy it. So I open it up, and my girlfriend Jen, she's a nurse, and like I was like, hey babe, do you think this guy has cancer? And she raises a good point. It's like, oh, do you have his like doctor's like ID number, right? Because every country has their like doc ID number. And I was like, oh, that's a real good question because like, my dad has one. Like you can, it's there to look up, right? So they blurred out all of that information, and I was like, this is kind of suspicious. And I asked her, I'm like, is this like a privacy violation? She's like, no, you should know the doctor's like license number so you can look it up. And so they blurred everything out of this guy except the number on the sheet. So then I just reverse looked up the number, and it led to his site. And so the doctor who was quote unquote the expert about his like, you know, tumor in his lung or some shit, like the cancer guy, he wasn't an oncologist or anything. This dude's a beautician. Like his speciality includes Botox and like fucking plastic surgeries. So this is literally Tate's go-to plastic surgeon because they're buddy. Like on his Instagram, they were like hanging out. They had a photo together, which was removed when people started looking into it. So it was like Tate's like beautician friend writes to Romania about like this medical condition just so they can have him brought back to Dubai, which, if you weren't following, Dubai and Romania have no actual extradition treaty. So if he goes back to Dubai,
he ain't going back to Romanian prison.
He ain't going back to Romania. And he probably has like money stashed in, and he could just live in Dubai the rest of his life. No way a Western country would ever let him come in at that point. He would just have to stay in the United Arab Emirates for pretty much, you know, whatever.
Which if he has the money he says he has, wouldn't be a bad place to live.
No, it wouldn't be a bad place. You know, he's converted to Islam. He's got crap tons of money. I mean, it's a great country for him, right? If he can get to it. But I think which is like, and then it was another question. Like I asked my dad too. I'm like, hey dad, what's going to happen? Like, would he go to, because the whole idea was to get him to Dubai for cancer treatment. And my dad was like, bro, people fly out of Dubai to get cancer treatments. I don't think they go in there. So like, this is shady as, and I think even Andrew got that, or like, because he was like, I don't have cancer or anything. Because I'm like, it's such an easy claim to fact check. And like, if you're trying to play the government, like, I don't know if you're stupid or you think the government's like Fisher Price levels of stupid, but they're not going to let you fly out. So nobody was buying it. It was immediately called out like within the day because, you know, basic research would lead you to that.
Yeah.
No, at least he has someone else putting up pictures of him flexing on his Twitter feed.
Wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
But well, do you guys think do you guys think these charges will stick though at the end of it? Because that's what I'm honestly here for. I'm waiting for the day where I either see Andrew Tate walk free because of lack of evidence, or they're going to make an example out of him and push him into jail. Because I get this weird pushback where it's like, who do you defend Tate? I'm like, I don't defend him because I'm not saying that he's a convicted sex offender when he's technically not. I'm not trying to get sued by Tate, okay? Because he's thrown out like lawsuit threats. I'm not trying to open that fucking can of whoop.
I got you.
But I'm waiting. Like, if you ask me on a personal level, yeah, I think he's a fucking trafficker, 100%. Like the fucking methods that he's like actually used, because people get this weird idea. They think trafficking is like Hollywood, like put a bag over someone's head, throw them into
Yeah.
a truck, and like
It's not
fly them over.
just like that. Yeah.
No, because the way that they were telling his lover boy method, he was like,
Also, he did kind
making girls fall in
of
love.
he kind of said that he was doing it. Like by his definition of how he would trick women into doing sex work for him, that kind of sounds like trafficking.
It does, but then like the only problem with that is like he could just say he's playing a character. His lawyer can be like, oh, he's playing a character. He's
Yeah,
just
no,
trying to pretend
absolutely.
to be like
I
El
don't know if
Chapo.
That's what they did with Alex Jones too. They said he was playing a character to try to save his ass.
Because I think that's a good point. Because I think with Alex Jones, what happened was like in order for him to not get hit with defamation, he would make a defamatory claim, allegedly, of course. And the defamatory claim, he would be like, I think Rich is a liar, but I also think Rich is an alien pedophile that came from the center of the earth.
Oh, so he's
like when
he's Quantum TV, then is what you're saying.
Yeah, no, but when he goes to a court of law, like I'm sitting as a judge, I'm like, oh, so you're saying that you're slandering Rich by saying he's a liar, but in the same statement you said that he's a lizard alien from the center of the earth. Okay, clearly it's
the meta. It's the new meta.
Joke.
Listen,
yeah,
it works.
Yeah, it's like the cheat code to slander somebody without getting sued, I guess. Which I don't know. It's weird. It's an interesting hole to go down into. I think we're in a weird part of the internet where like I think for the last like year I've kind of felt that it's so insanely divisive.
Yeah.
I honestly like listen, I'm from a time where like my first ever like knowledge of Rich from ReviewTechUSA, like this is my first like this is how I knew about you. Back in the day, you had a debate with this guy named Blackbuster TV. This is like
oh my god, I'm still friends with him on Facebook to this day.
Old school internet, like blood sports, PC game, that era. And back then, it's like the internet was really the Wild West. It wasn't like it wasn't really like you had to take sides on anything. Everyone had their own corner. We were still trying to figure out how to even upload videos onto the internet that weren't blocky artifacts. But like now it's like if you're on the internet and it's like you make one statement, you got to like make sure that your statement doesn't like cross wires with like whatever side that you're on. Otherwise, you're f***ing yourself. You know?
Think about it. You both of you have been smart and stayed out of politics, but there was a time that I could talk about politics on my YouTube channel, and people would just be like, they would disagree, but that was it. They'd be like, Rich,
different world. Different world.
Then like 2016, 2017 happened. You couldn't do it anymore. I'm like, all right. That's fine. Like politics is stressful anyway. I get it, but it's just like all of a sudden, like people have lost their minds. It's like, no, man, I'm cool. I'll review shit. I'm old now. I don't need to fight.
Yeah, like for me, it's just like I just always say I'm too stupid for this. Like I'm a computer engineer, and that's pretty much where my expertise lie into. Like you get people in streams and shit's like, Muda, what are your thoughts on universal basic income? Like, wait, are you sure this isn't a fucking psyop? Like, why would you ask me that? Why would you ask the gamer?
Most of the people that ask the opinion, I don't think they have one side in mind. I don't think they reasoned anything out per se. No.
Well,
they just want to know, like, are you on their side or are you on the enemy side?
Well, one of the things, like, because I have two YouTube channels, one for streaming, one for videos. Like, I'll get more into spicier shit, but I never bring it to my main channel anymore. It's just tech, gaming. You want to hear my takes on whether it be DSP, which is 98% of the time, or whatever else, come to my streams.
I love talking about DSP gaming, man. I love.
He's doing an
interview.
He's doing a fucking interview. Of course, my cough is going to start.
I want to get him on this show, actually. Nux, you cool with getting DSP?
Yeah, why not?
He won't talk to you. You know that.
No, he won't talk to me. He won't talk to me because, like, I know he's blocked me and I already know his history. But that's what I'm saying. Like, Nux, he doesn't even know you. He'll be like, "Oh shit, I'm talking to a cartoon
Yeah, I'm excited.
Today.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited to talk to this guy. See, I don't know anything about him aside from like your occasional your fun stories. You're like, oh, did you see DSP was jacking off on stream? And I'm like, what? No, this isn't a real person.
It's a Gundam has like they're up there with like the Goodfellas for me in terms of like how I could rewatch It's a Gundam's videos on DSP 100 times. That will catch you up on
the lore.
A lot of the lore. It doesn't go back far, but at least like the recent lore that you could see why Phil is Phil.
I love It's a Gundam. I have a weird relationship with them. See, I like... See, for the most part, he'll have like a topic and I'll agree with his basic take, right? But then he'll say... what Twitter's doing right now, it's the same thing that they did in Nazi Germany with the Holocaust, rounding up Jews. And I'm like, what? That's okay, maybe not. It's just a very extreme example.
I think he definitely gets. That's why I kind of stay away from the culture war stuff. Like when he gets into like the DSP shit or whatever, I'm like, oh, I can watch that because it's like it's less of like that side of the internet, and it's more like let's just deep dive into this one character.
And I disagree with a lot of It's a Gundam's takes too. However, with that being said, the man is a comedic genius though, and has incredible comedic timing.
Oh yeah, he's funny. I collabed with him before. It's not like I would stay away from him. Yo, we should have him on the podcast.
We should.
He'd
I
be
mean,
a
he can.
funny
We
boy.
should have like we should have like a 3-hour DSP like nuts like session.
I'm doing because here's someone paid because on my live stream like I want you to do this. We're watching 12 hours after my daughter is well out of the hospital. It's going to be 12 hours of Phil on DSP Gaming. He always says, I only watch detractor content. So someone's like, Rich, you're going to suffer through 12 hours of Phil. And we're just like, okay, all right. So we'll see the meaningful content that Phil truly puts out that we all apparently miss.
So his thing is super wild. It's like, I love when you say meaningful content. So like, when I think of what DSP does, like, dude, I wish if I could like do that, I would like just fire up OBS, bumble through a fucking game, any game, and then just cut that up into parts and upload it, and that would be my living. Like that is like autopilot easy mode. Like just imagine you wake up, scratch your ass, get off the futon, and load up a game, play that for like 10 hours a day, and then you can just upload and fuck off and do whatever you want.
Yeah, but it doesn't really work though, because look what he has to do to get the money. Like he has to. I always say to my audience, I think there's secretly like 5 50-year-old horny men that watch Phil that are basically just like supporting him. It's the same people that pay all the time.
Well, he had I think it was Twitch that revealed the statistic that his channel, he was the #1 channel on Twitch that had the highest earning he had the highest earning donations to subscriber ratio.
Damn.
Like basically, if he had 300 viewers, he was making like $24 per viewer, like some insanely fucking high number.
Oh my god, that's wild.
Dude, it was like, bro, if XQC had those numbers, he would be like by far the richest streamer within like a month. That kind of a metric. Like when I saw it, I'm like, maybe this is some fake bullshit. And then I looked into it. I'm like, no, because he only averages like 300 people watching a stream. Yet he's able to make like 6 figures a year. Yeah. Which is like
insane.
I mean, this is the man that knows how to play the fucking like money flute, like on the 300 viewers, like when I look at
I would feel kind of like, look, man, I stream almost on a nightly basis, minus recently. I get it. Like, yeah, that's the main way you make money. And it's not like I have 10,000 people watching. I have anywhere from like 650 to 1,000, depending on what I'm talking about. But when you have he has less than half that. That means you have the same people basically. And I also make YouTube videos. That's how I make money as well. You have like a small group of people that are like your sugar daddies. It's a weird way to make a living. I don't.
No, it really is. It really is.
And then he like talks about. I know I'm going on a film.
I feel like it's not sustainable either. Like,
but he's been. It isn't sustainable. You're right. He's been bankrupt, but he's still doing it. He's still keeping his lights on somehow.
Yeah, but dude, it's like so. I was working on this video. I still am. Like, it's going to be out in a couple days. It's the money laundering of Twitch. You guys know about that?
Ooh, I do want to see that. I heard about that.
Okay, so
I'll watch that. I think I know what it is, but continue.
Okay, so in Turkey, like somewhere like 20 to 30 streamers got raided and busted because it turns out like they were laundering money through Amazon's Twitch. And so it was the dumbest case of money laundering. We're talking people with 40 viewers, right? Like 40 viewers on average, and they were cashing out $1,800
per stream or
like just,
what?
I think it was like per like one of them was like I think it was a per day case. Like they were just
bought some
cashing out a
viewers.
shit pot of money.
Oh my god, that's what a terrible guys. 40 viewers, you ain't making that anywhere near that.
Well, like so the reason I wanted to make this video was like literally 2 years before this happened, a year to 2 years. I was on stream where I'm like, I was just like, I was playing Yakuza, right? And I was like, I think there was like a money laundering like subquest that popped up, and I'm like, I was tired. I'm like, guys, wouldn't it be wild if people laundered money through YouTube live streams? Like, imagine if like you just bought like Google Play cards at a store with like cash, and then you came home, like redeemed them. You didn't have to like have any age or like ID verification. You could just like send your favorite streamer like $100, $200, or like a stolen credit card. I'm like, imagine if you could launder like through like a temporary card or something, or like a prepaid card. I'm like, that would be insane. And then it turns out that was the same case of what happened here. And it's a smart way to launder money, because if you know anything about laundering, you're losing at least 40% of your launder. Like you're losing 40%. Like if you have $1 million to launder, you're going to get like at best 600K out of it. Because, you know, when you launder through any business, you're going to lose it as part of, you know, your taxes.
Yeah, I was about to say taxes, because you're trying to legitimize the money by laundering it. You're cleaning the money.
You're taxing it. You're like, you have to run it through. It's going to get taxed, and it's also like going to be mixed in with like good money, and like there's expenses that you have to cover with these businesses. So you get the drift, right? Like you're going to lose a chunk. But then I realized, I'm like, if you run it through Amazon or like YouTube, you're losing the same percent anyways, right? Like YouTube will take like what 40 to 50% out of you with super chats. It's like, but like the way, if you do it through YouTube or Twitch, and I'm not promoting this by any means, but like if you do it through a like company like Google or Amazon, no fucking IRS agency is going to look that hard into it. What are they going to open the books at Amazon?
Until now, the IRS is like, wait a second.
Yeah, it's like, and then you look, and then like ever since I've been doing this video, I'm like, how many streamers around the world are actually involved in a money laundering operation now? You know what I mean? Like, dude, how many could actually be involved in one of these? Because like, you never fire up somebody's stream. Like nowadays, one of my things is like I fire up a stream of like 15 viewers, and I just count the donations, and I count the interval of time between them.
Of course you do.
And sometimes when it's like, I feel like an IRS dude. Sometimes when it's too consistent, I'm like, is this guy really making a... See, it seems sketchy to me. And then you got to realize it's probably like a network of people botting streams, running money through them, botting the chats, and then making it look real. And then they're cashing it out somewhere. I'm like, listen, for a large scale operation, obviously very, very stupid, time consuming way of doing it. Right. But like for a mid-level guy, for like an entry level criminal, probably one of the most solid ways and schemes.
Safe too. Right? Like, it looks
because it's like, what are you gonna do
for now?
Yeah, for now. But like, the whole point is like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go to Google and be like, crack open all of your like accounting and let's see all of it, right? Because it's like, at the end of the day, as far as the IRS is considered, you're like a independent contractor to Google, and it's like, you know, unless the IRS hires people like me that are like, I know live streaming culture, let me actually look deeper into this person's stream. No, it's probably some fucking 50-year-old. It's like some boomer or something, or like some 40-year-old dude that like works as an accountant. He's like, oh, this guy's getting donations on stream. Seems pretty cool. Anyways, let's move on with my life. So it's like
they keep cutting back on the IRS anyway. So trust me, they're not having agents looking at live streams to see the.
But that is like the most insane way to kind of do it. Like obviously it kind of mirrors to like even the Japanese criminal organizations. Like if you go to like Japan and stuff, like some of those guys have people planted in like major like companies, like big, I'm not going to name exactly which multinationals, but there have been cases where some multinationals have had criminal agents come in and siphon money through like big corporate accounts just to launder. Because they find out it's like, you know, they're probably going to look into like some like tea shop that's making $2 million a fucking month. Like that's when it gets sketchy, but not when you're routing 2 million through like a company that's making billions a month. You know what I mean? Like that's like a fucking rounding error for some of these people. So same for like, you know, live streaming services, right? Like I'm not, and again, it's funny when I look at DSP, I'm not accusing DSP of any of this, because DSP, if it's one thing that he's consistent on, is being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
No, he's not doing any of this, but continue.
Not smart enough
no
to
way
ever
this is
think
all
of
a
that.
ploy. It can't be.
No. I mean, like, listen, there could be the world. Listen, there is a non-zero chance for everything. Okay. There is a day we could wake up 2 years from now and find out that like the fucking the U.S. government is indicting Phil Burnell on a fucking money laundering operation.
Yeah, could you imagine this? All his stupidity is actually like 4D chess, and he's actually this brilliant mastermind behind the scenes.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, that would honestly, I would respect and love the man if, like, I woke up one day and he's like, all of his like, and give me money. All of this was like just like, because the thing is, we all just believe he's an idiot, right? But like, you're right. It could be.
Nah,
It
but
could be
no.
this is all a deep ploy.
Because if he was that smart, he would have more than like 200 people watching him play Disney Dreamlight Valley.
I feel like if someone was actually that intelligent, they would just make regular content like a regular human being and not need to jump through hoops.
Yeah, they try to be like they become like a Mr. Beast or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't be doing what Phil. And the thing that's so bizarre about him is he always talks about how he has too much pride to take sponsors, too much pride to he wouldn't go on a lolcow podcast, but then he'll literally beg the next day saying he needs grocery money. He does now he indirect begs, but it's the same fucking thing. But he would literally say, like, guys, if I don't get tips, I don't know if I go take my wife out to dinner the next day.
That was the coolest thing that I think Keem has ever really done. It's like giving these guys $50K each to be in a podcast.
And of course, they say no. Of course,
they say no, but I'm like, you're gonna give $100.
No, only
Boogie
DSP
didn't say
said no.
Wings didn't say. Only DSP said.
Oh
no.
yeah.
Everyone was like, yeah, hell yeah, $50K right now. Let's sign up. Let's do it. The thing with like the thing with all of it is like, that was only going to be like half an episode. There's no way you can have 3 dysfunctional people and like have them come together.
I mean, hey, frenemies lasted for a while, and that was 2 dysfunctional.
I
people.
think Boogie and Wings would have lasted for a while. DSP. Here's the thing about DSP. What makes him brilliant is that he's not self-aware. If DSP ever becomes self-aware, it's over. Like, what's funny about him is how he just bangs his head into a wall and doesn't realize a wall is there. Once he realizes a wall is there, Phil's not naturally funny.
No, he's like, that was the thing that ruined his content for me. I'm an asshole. But there's a lot of things that ruined his content. One of them was like when he started live streaming, because there used to be these videos, like, people will know this is how you don't plays. So people, like, he would upload 80 hours of this game, and people would download all 80 hours and just fucking cut it down into like all of his fails, right? So obviously it was designed to make him look like a bad gamer. But the best part about it was the comments. So these guys would go into the comment sections for every video and find the funniest ones and just put them on the screen. And obviously after that, he turns the comments off. He turns off all of the engagement. So I'm like, that part of me, that's exactly where you're right, where he's not self-aware. If he was self-aware, he would have kept everything on. Because that was the thing that drove viewership, right?
Absolutely.
Like, there were people that didn't know about DSP, and then after a while, they're like, I'm going to watch this guy. He's a fucking idiot when he plays. Like, when Elden Ring or Dark Souls or any of these games came out, the first thing that came to my head? Can't wait to watch DSP stream this game. I can't wait to see him play Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Like... and then you find out, he turns off all the like engagement, so all the fun like memes are gone out of it. So who cares?
He even has words blocked like gout, and which this is wrong, but he has, because I guess people say his wife looks like a horse, that he has horse blocked. Like, all that's gonna do, though, not saying that's right to like leave his wife out of it, but all that's gonna do is just perpetuate people more to want to do things to piss him off. Like, that doesn't work. Like,
yeah, like the best way to deal with any of the troll type people is to honestly just ignore any comment that somebody makes. Like, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Like, that's literally the best you can do. One of the only mistakes is like responding to like people that, and it goes to, it's not even just trolls, it's like people that like literally already hate you and have a bad opinion of you to start off with. It's like, just don't even bother engaging. Like, it's one of my philosophies of making content. It's like, if I'm going to make content, I'm not doing it to appease a market that already doesn't like me. Like, if you don't like me,
you're not going to like me
I'm
anyway.
not going to try to like, exactly. So it's like, I'm wasting my time trying to appease you with something. It's like, fuck off. Like, no one cares. Like, done. But that's one of the philosophies I go with. And it's same for like any trolling or anything. And it's why, like, I'm just able to stay out of it. And I don't think it's an easy thing for people, because there are people that like they can't turn off. They can't like, they can't, like, you read a bad comment. There's some people that remember that shit for hours.
Forever.
Like, I remember when I first started,
forever.
Yeah. When I first started this, like, I read one bad comment out of like 200 really nice ones, and it stuck with me for like a year, 2 years. And then after a while, it's like,
Who gives a shit?
yeah, it's like that Better Call Saul thing. It's like one day you wake up and then you'll realize, like, after you brush your teeth and do shit, you haven't remembered the comment at all. And it's just like that. So now when I read a bad comment, it's like, whatever, cool, move on with life.
It took me years to learn that, but yeah, it's true. You just learn to just shut it off, and I don't care.
Yeah, it's like the internet is so weird when it comes to like producing content. Like it's allowed people to get so parasocial with one another to the point where it's like, if you really love somebody, you're in their comments like meat riding all the time, and if you really hate somebody, you have a direct line to immediately like
attack them.
Like even if if you hate somebody, you can go right into their comment section, and there's a good chance they'll read it. There's a good chance that person will
you literally lose nothing by being an asshole. Like there's no repercussions to being a disgusting human being.
Not on the internet, no.
On the internet, no. I mean, like some of the most successful people that we follow are like actual degenerate, but. No one really bothers to care that much about it. No one really bothers to jump too hard into it. And, it is what it is. Like, the internet now is so extreme to the point where, like, you have to be an extreme character in order to actually survive it or, like, make something out of it. Very few people can get by, just kind of blending in.
Or you could just be like, I just upload videos to my YouTube channel, and I just don't. I treat the comment section of my videos like Yelp. The only people that are going to leave comments are the people that are going to bitch. I look at metrics, and if the metrics are good, that's what matters. Because like I said, people are just going to, Rich, your videos are fucking terrible. I can't stand the birds. Go away. Okay.
Well, it's like some people who like, I feel like when I say like extreme, it's like in order to like stand out and like survive in some parts of the internet, I feel like you have to be like an Adin Ross type. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's the only way people talk.
I think that's what radicalizes these people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these people end up radicalized because they feel like they have no other way to go.
Yeah. The Adin Ross shit was so wild. Like there was like a year ago when I like looked at him, and I didn't remember like sitting down with like barely sociable coffee and stuff, and we looked at Adin Ross, and like we genuinely were like, this guy's a fucking idiot. But now I'm just like, oh, he's still an idiot, but man, he is the smartest idiot I've ever seen in social media. Like that dude will just always generate a clip every day.
What made Adin Ross famous? Like what was his thing? I just heard of him out of nowhere.
Okay, so this is what made him famous. This is where I guess the fame came from. Okay, I had a little bit of a dive on Adin. He used to have these sus compilations. You know what a sus compilation is?
That's not how he became famous. No shot. Someone became the biggest streamer because of that.
Well, he's not the biggest streamer.
He's top 5 streamers.
So what the hell are sus compilations? I'm old.
So basically, he would have like hip hop artists, like basically like hip hop artists or whatever, like basketball players, like famous black guys on his fucking like stream and shit. And he would just
love how you frame this stuff.
He would just act gay slightly. So like, imagine just if I'm in a room with like rap, like if I'm in a room with Drake and I just started like shaking my ass or like sniffing him or something, like doing something that's slightly homoerotic, and like it would freak out the other guy because they're like, "Whoa, that's weird, dude! Don't be gay." Like, and there's so many of these compilations. Like it used to be
only in 2023. Okay.
My recommendations at one point, like when I was looking into this, my YouTube recommendations were literally this. It's like a Linus Tech Tips video of like some server he's working on, Adin Ross sus compilation 36, where it's just like a 15-minute long clip of him like just like like acting slightly homoerotic to like people around him, and it racked up millions of views. Like those compilations did, and it's like it spread his name. Obviously, a lot of it also benefited from Adin having like a very clippable stream. You got to understand, Adin, Aisha Speed, a lot of these streamers nowadays, like Kai Cenat. I don't know if Kai Cenat is like the best example because he's more of like a variety regular streamer, but like I know Speed and Ross, they're guys that like their streams got hyper popular because directly related to how many clips that they were able to get out, and those clips would go fucking viral. Like, you think Adin Ross is an idiot, right? Like, did you guys see the fascism clip?
I love that clip. It's my favorite one.
Rich, have you ever seen the fascism clip from
No,
Adin Ross?
I haven't.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna
pull
have
it
to
up. It's my favorite clip.
Hold on.
Please let me.
Hold on.
Like, yeah, like
Please.
I'm a little bit up on Adin Ross. Like, I just see him. I know he's an Andrew Tate dick rider. That I do know.
He is that. He is that.
Okay, I don't want you to. Okay,
Among
this is
other things.
Rich. What do you think about the school system?
In the States,
Yeah.
In general.
it's fucking weak.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna.
Well,
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
This will reinforce it. Are you guys able to see this?
Oh yeah, I love this so much.
Oh, is this where he tries
Okay.
to read something? Oh,
This is my favorite
I
thing.
think I've seen it. Please
Dude,
go.
you
It's
read
worth
the
it.
title. Adin Ross is illiterate. Is literate. Does he try to read?
All right.
No, that's not what he really typed.
Yes.
It means you are a far right authorization on ultranalytic. Oh my God, ultra analyst, political ideology movement.
I've seen this.
Dictator leadership,
I've
centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible
Gets better.
suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means. I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck a fascism is. I don't know what the fuck that is. Benito Mussolini and Giviante.
Oh no, no!
No. Just
Did he
gets
say?
worse and
Did he
worse.
just go?
Yeah.
They're irrelevant. I'd ratio them.
Oh no!
Oh, don't worry,
no.
man.
I love that
Don't
clip.
worry.
I love
Yes,
it so
I've
much.
seen that clip. That clip is seared into my fucking brain. I have seen that before, and I'm like, oh no! People listen to this fucking guy. They follow him, and they believe in everything he says,
They do.
and he can't read a sentence.
They can't. He can't.
Yeah,
He can't.
that's
It's
and you know,
amazing.
I think the reason people follow that in particular is because it's just outlandish. You know?
No, yeah,
No,
yeah,
but
yeah,
see,
yeah,
here's
yeah.
the thing. You see a clip like that, I don't think people will see that clip and then follow his stream. That's the type of thing that, like,
I would.
you'll see the clip and you'll goof. No, you would not sit through 8 hours of mindless content because hopefully he'll read ultra nationalist ultra enchiladas. Okay, listen.
Listen, it depends on how stressed and depressed I am. I could sit through a stream like that and be fascinated. Like,
And
He's
Andrew Masuli.
You kind of put like this is where I disagree. You put on a stream because you want to be there live when you catch him doing it. So
yes.
he was talking to Destiny, okay, about like Aiden, like not
I saw
Andrew
this is a
Tate,
good one.
right? So he was having a debate with Destiny about Andrew Tate, right, and like if he's a trafficker. I'm gonna quote Adin Ross kind of a little bit. Have like his words are a little bit different. His dialect is a little different than mine. God bless education for that. But he basically talks about the fact that Andrew Tate is rich. He's hot. Why would he ever have to like rape women?
No, it's like
And
Yeah, because
why would
rich,
someone
powerful
rich,
men have never raped women before. But continue.
he's rich and handsome. Why would he even rape someone?
he is so easy to fool that at one point Destiny was in this conversation and he mentions like Hitler had like a second Mein Kampf where he mentioned like OnlyFans. And
Like
Aiden
in the
was like,
second
"Dude, you gotta
edition
give me a
of Mein
source."
Kampf, he
gotta
said
give
that
me a source.
OnlyFans was not good for you. He's like, damn, even Hitler. Like, it's like-
And Aiden was kind of believing. He's like, "Yo, Destiny, I need a source about this OnlyFans." And did Hitler actually talk about OnlyFans? And like in
Oh
the
my
same sentence,
God.
Destiny goes, "Don't worry, man. Yeah, it was in the second, right? It was in the second Mein Kampf, but unfortunately, ISIS went there and burned it down." He did not have a response.
and he was his response. Damn, that was his response. Like, damn.
He believed it. I'm like,
But
this
that's
is
the
why,
thing. Like, it goes back to like what you were saying about Elon Musk. There's a lot of people who are like, well, Adin Ross has money, so he must like, so he has to be intelligent. And there's a bunch of lemmings.
No. It can't be. It can't be. People just
Yes,
when they
it
see
can,
he's
dude. I have met some
no one thinks he's
frighteningly
intelligent.
stupid people. Frighteningly stupid people. I'm not even just talking about the internet in real life that believe very rudimentary shit. It's scary. And
Damn,
then these
bro.
people get to vote. That's the last time I'll bring politics in. But that I think that we could all agree that's scary.
okay, you want to know the fucked up thing about Nux? My aunt's kids are Adin Ross fans now.
Oh no.
I went to her house a few days ago. Like I just showed them, like, oh, time to see my aunt and everything. I was watching the eldest watch some Adin Ross,
Damn.
unironically. So
Damn.
just have
How
it
old are
running
they?
on his
Just
on his,
just because the demographic.
I want to say like ninth grade now in high school, so around 14 at this
Yeah,
point.
that's
so.
the
That's the
age.
age
That's
group.
the age
That's
that
the
eats that
sweet
shit
spot.
up. They think like, oh wow, this dude has hot women in expensive cars, and like, yeah, how is he getting all that though?
I remember when I showed up to like one of the houses, one of the kids came up to me, like I pulled over, it's like, "Are you gonna bring your Lamborghini over one day?" And I'm like,
Huh?
"What?" I'm like, "What the?" He's like, "He told me you had an Aventador," because I guess like the whole like neighborhood knows that I do YouTube stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, kid, it's in the shop. Don't worry, man. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't drive it around here." I'm like, this kid is like flexing my wealth that I don't even partake into other kids around him.
my God.
Like,
Because
I had to sit him down. I'm like, why did you tell your neighborhood that I had a fucking event? Your cousin drives an Aventador. Like, I don't own any of that shit. What the? And he's just like, he's like, but you're YouTubers. Like, that's what YouTubers do, right? They drive. So I'm like, first off, it's not my occupation. And yes, I could go buy a Lamborghini, but I choose not to, kid, because that's not what you should be hyping up in your life.
Oh
Like I
my
told them, like, this
God.
is not what, like, and you ask them about a job. You ask them about what they want to do for a living. It used to be like, I want to be a doctor, you know, like how Indian
Right, an
parents teach their kids
astronaut,
to
you
be.
know, like that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
now it's like, you know, influencers make good money. And then he's mentioning all the degenerates, like all the guys who are financed by state casino, everyone like Adin Ross. I'm like, oh, those type of influencers.
But and the
Oh.
thing is, too, man, we can't have the next generation all growing up just being, you know, influencers. Like,
Yeah.
you know, go to school, get an education, man, because this shit is, it's shaky. You know, we're very
It's
lucky.
shaky, but it's also
is
it's
shaky.
tough too, because it's like the people that succeed in this business are people that have charisma and people that are built for this kind. I think for me, like whenever I see like a YouTuber, I think like these are kind of people that like, at least in the debate circle, like people like Destiny, I'm like these are kind of people that could probably pass for f***ing lawyers or some shit. And then I'm like, oh, this is like a charismatic field you're in, right? Like not everyone is built for that. Not everyone is built for it. And it's like you should chase after something that's yes, more stable, right? Like when I have to like tell them like what you like what school should like what like you know what should you do in like your 12th grade, I'm like just go into engineering like I did, okay? You're always going to need engineers in society. And he's like, yeah, but like what about influencing? Like so many TikTok channels are blowing up, and I'm like it's hard to tell them, like it's hard to explain to them like that some of it is not as organic. Like you run VTuber stuff, Nux, and you know that the amount of effort that goes into building a channel, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube or TikTok, is
It's
astronomically
wild.
different.
I try
It
my
is.
best to help out as many people as I can and stuff, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And people think it's an easy way out, and it really isn't. And
No, it's not at all, and nothing's guaranteed too. Like that's the thing.
Mm-mm.
yeah.
No.
You know,
And it's like people need to temper their expectations too, because there's like some people that come over here, they're like, oh, you got like 1 million views, therefore you just made like $10,000. I'm like, want me to show you the fucking analytics right now? We can look through the analytics for some of
You
those
want to see how
videos.
demonetized my channel is? Are you curious?
yeah, seriously, you want to see all my piss yellow dollar signs, especially on my live
Yeah.
streams? And you brought up an interesting point before we should talk about more, Muda, is that a lot of people aren't built to handle what comes if you become a large influencer, and we've seen a lot of people implode because of that. You know, like it's not just about, you know, getting a lot of people to watch you. It's like, can you deal with the flack and the shit that you're going to go through almost on a daily basis dealing with it? And a lot of people can handle it and they don't realize that.
I feel like it's just a matter of time before any influencer's mental health just gets absolutely railed. It's inevitable.
Yeah,
It's
it's true.
Yeah, the only people that kind of survive in this, or in my opinion, like, and this is the only people that survive in this business are true, honest to God sociopaths. Like that's in my opinion, like that's the only people I think that can survive for the long.
I think
term,
those are the only people that can thrive.
Yeah, like to thrive, you have to be able to gamify your social relationships, be able to turn off the you know comments that cut deep or whatever, right? Like you have to be able to like. I think that you have to be able to like have an out of body experience every fucking day and not be able to like, you know, not want to be in your own skin. You know what I mean? Like if somebody shit talks, you have to be able to immediately get past that, right? Like it has to feel like a fucking, like it cannot, you cannot think about it for longer than like an hour
or 10 seconds. you read
exactly. Like you have to be able to move past it pretty fucking tough, you know. And that's kind of like and like I would never be in a room with those kind of people, but I feel like it would only be those individuals that can truly really thrive. Like I could not imagine being like somebody like Mr. Beast. Like the other day, bro,
he talks about like people fixing up his candy
Yeah,
in the store, right? Which,
wild.
full thing. I think it's really cringy, by the way. It's like, I need your help. Please fix up my candy. Like,
What?
this place? Yeah,
Yeah.
he had like a tweet.
It's
So,
like, hey,
Mr.
can you
Beast-
do me a favor and like, if you see my candy in the store, can you please like make it look nice and send me a picture? You know?
Yeah, because he totally
Yeah.
can't afford to have someone do that. But anyway,
Yeah. No. So then, like, people were calling him out for like exploiting children and child labor and stuff, and it's like, okay, dude, that's extreme, also. You know?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think he's necessarily going for it, but I'm like, God damn. That's one of those tweets where I'm like, I don't know if I would be doing that one there, Jimmy. That seems like putting my foot into the fucking bear trap. You know what I mean?
he's on
But
fucking fire.
it is like he's too big. He'll get canceled no matter what. Like it wasn't like
Yeah.
too long ago where people were shitting on him for. Well, like I even forgot what his last cancellation was. Like what was it?
Wasn't he getting people like
It was the blind people
Yeah,
one.
eye treatment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like he's just like handing out like healthcare to people like randomly out of a lottery. I'm like, dude, take up any of those people that just got their like cataracts fixed up. You think they're gonna bitch and complain?
And it's like the
Come
whole thing.
on.
It's like there's something demonic about this. That's what like everyone was saying. It's like, yeah, okay. To be fair, he's saving people, but you can't deny that it's pretty demonic. It's like, what are you?
When I
talking
read that, I'm like, damn, dude, you guys are really making the devil sound like a cool dude. Like, what
Well, when you're at that level of success, no matter what you do, you're gonna piss off people. It's so like, you know, everyone knows who the hell he is. Like even people who don't watch YouTube know who he is. You know, he's at that PewDiePie
Yeah.
level, if not bigger, where
Oh, he's bigger now.
Yeah,
Right?
that was bigger.
well, PewDiePie retired essentially, didn't he?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's in
true.
Japan and everything. But
But
like
right now he's
it's-
bigger.
It's like we're at a point where like it's kind of like you can either be Mr. Beast and have everyone hate you, or be DSP Gaming and have everyone hate you. There's just no winning.
No.
Like you have to be in that sweet middle spot.
Yeah, it's how you handle it, whether you become Mr. Beast or you become DSP, you know?
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, except like just in the popularity case, like I've learned like if it's one thing about the internet though, it's like that misery loving company shit. Never been truer than I've like Twitter is like the best example for that. I've never seen a community of people so fucking ready to be the victims and never take any initiative in life and just stay where they're at than like that platform or Twitter in general. Like when the Hogwarts Legacy shit was happening, bro, there was a couple streamers was like, I'm getting hate. What do I do? I'm like, you just fucking play the game if you feel like fucking playing it, bro. Like, what do you want me to
Like,
say?
what do I do?
Like,
Don't look at Twitter, and that's
Yeah.
it. Like,
Just you got to do what
I'm
you
sorry.
you got to do what
see,
you want.
but here's the funny thing that I actually noticed. I picked up on this rather interesting thing. I think a lot of people fabricated hate they were getting because it
You think
drove
so? Yeah.
impressions a lot. I'm sure that a lot of people did get genuine harassment. Dude, I got harassment even for talking about it. So I'm sure that the people playing it got harassment. That said, I do think some of it's fabricated on both sides.
I believe it. I mean, I have no
Yeah.
evidence
It's
like
like,
you, but of
I
course.
see people saying it's like this person's playing Hogwarts Legacy. They don't realize they're fueling a trans genocide. I really don't think that's what they were doing by playing a game.
being a perpetual victim can be very profitable if you play it right.
Being a perpetual
Oh.
anything, the internet thrives on extremes. Being a perpetual anything is profitable.
That is true too.
the thing about like any of that shit on the internet, the thing about any of that is like, you're right. Like, there's definitely a degree of people playing like impressions. I think anybody making those statements towards you, I feel like there's so many tools now on every social media service. Like YouTube has this great thing called like it shows you who's your subscriber. So like if somebody's like, "Mood, I followed you for 10 years and I can't believe you played Hogwarts Legacy.
Right,
I'm gonna
and
have to unfollow."
You click their thing
And then
and it's
you
like
look into it.
subscribed since 2 days ago. You know.
Yeah, subscribed 2 days ago. Account made 2023. Okay, cool. Thank you. Bye. Like that's all I do.
I
Like,
guess
I'm
we're
just-
in the year 2033.
Yeah, like exactly. Like I like on Twitter, it's like some guy will be like, "I can't believe you would do this," and I click on their account, not to read the bio or anything, but just to read account made. Okay, cool, done. It doesn't matter. Like you made your account a day ago. They don't
Your
give a fuck.
opinion means nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Sometimes I get shit on by people that have like animated profile pictures. I'm like, listen, man, if you're not able to put,
dude, wow, bro,
I'm gonna fucking cut deep right there.
really
but sometimes
gonna
I'll
do
have
me
somebody,
like this?
somebody shits on me, and I'm like, you're not able to put your face on the screen, so I'm not gonna take you seriously.
That's some
my
Keemstar
response.
logic right there. Oh my god, I am
Well,
so,
I mean,
admittedly, if
so
you're
offended.
going after appearance, like if someone's going after my appearance,
right,
it's like
that's true. That's
it's
true.
like, bro, I mean, yeah, look, I got man titties, they're right here, but like, where are you? You know, is there
exactly.
someone with
It's like-
washboard abs and a 12-inch behind that anime picture that you have up there? Please let me know.
I mean, probably just speaking in personal experience, but you never know.
Nux is flexing right now. We can't see him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why one day, like,
and you'll never know.
That's why one day, like, I wish I got into a fight with somebody, and like that whole thing would come out, and I'd be like, all right, you're hiding behind an anime profile picture, and then like the next response is them totally chiseled out, fucking
It's like the Giga Chad.
with their,
Oh,
they have
yeah.
their just profile picture on their face. It's like, what now? And I'm like, all right, I'll take the loss right there.
You win. Congrats. Thank you.
It's like, hey, there you go. I called you out. You proved it. Good shit. That's the thing with the internet. It's like there's so much anonymity behind any troll that I'm like, I can't take it seriously when you're hiding behind a veil. like if you're gonna it's funny because like the people that won't shit talk you are the ones that are like publicly doxxed. You know what I mean? Like publicly out there, right? Like unless it's some political spat, which you kind of expect to come with the territory. But like anybody that's like publicly there, it's like, you know. You're not going to say the most outlandish shit, you know what I mean?
I've been nuclear doxxed, and I still call out people. I mean, I guess I'm not a troll, so there's that. But you know, you could they like doxed me where they got phone numbers that I forgot about, like from the 80s.
It's like,
wait, they doxed you on phone numbers?
Dude, they got phone numbers for me that I forgot about from like 1987 when I was a little kid.
Damn.
that's why I'm so glad my docs that ever exists. Like there was one time where like I had a docs on this like deep website, and it was like a full like docs. Like we're talking a page of this shit, like in schools that I've been to, everything.
Oh my god.
And it's like current residents, and then it lists the residents, and I'm like, dude, I haven't lived here since 10 years ago. Hell yeah. And so like every time somebody hits me, I'm like, yeah, just don't try to promote it. Yeah, that is where I live.
oh, so sad. It hurts, right?
Like the first thing I do is I look at the address, and when it's an address from 10 years ago, it's like the biggest sigh of relief I've ever had. Like they were like passwords. It's a password I haven't used since like when I first made my email account as a child. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's awesome. I don't care. I'll move
Dude,
on.
people get way
Like-
too much fucking time on their hands. It's incredible. You get a phone call, man, pick it up.
Was that the DKOldies assassin?
Yeah,
or
they're
something?
probably coming after me too.
Yeah, they're coming after. Well, Rich, what's the future? When are we going to be like? When are you finally going to invite Joey on your channel? When is Joey going to fly in?
I'd love to have them on and discuss it. Like I'm not sitting here to look, but everyone wants an answer. Like you're making people spend like 3 times the price sometimes in these consoles because you fix them. You're not fixing them.
Dude, we just need the fucking finale. We need like either the good arc. We need either they become the best company in the fucking retro gaming sphere, or they fucking implode. One or the
they
other.
become the next Artisan builds. They'll become the next Artisan.
Oh,
There's the
geez,
reroll. Remember that?
that was my favorite artist. Or that was my favorite fucking like company drama. Imagine destroying your company in 12 hours.
Yeah, that was
straight.
wild.
12 hours, dude, was all it took for their entire brand to go down because they just couldn't give out a free. If you could go back in time, bro, you would have loaded that computer up with the most high-end shit and sent it out.
In Threadripper with a 4090, 64 gigs of RAM. Dude.
See, but that's the thing. That person's their entire brand was based on the goodwill of the online sphere, right? So the second they betray that goodwill, they're toast. It's the same idea with like content creators trying to get canceled. As long as they aren't betraying their core audience, dude, no one cares.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, like,
if
the other
trying to cancel It's a Gundam for being transphobic is not gonna work. Okay?
Yeah, it's like trying to cancel Sneeko for being a red pillar. Like that's the whole community. That's what
their
they
community.
Like,
Yeah, their community is about that, so they don't care.
However, if like Sneeko is red pilled, and let's say his girlfriend was like sleeping around with other people and him watching, see, that would be destructive.
Yeah, because he'd be a cuck.
Yeah, but I'm.
Yeah, but he
whoa,
would. That would
whoa,
never
boys.
happen. Like he'd lose it though. Like if
Such
that
a
would happen,
dick.
he'd lose all credibility. Like there's no amount of circling that would make
It-
that situation actually look good. So
Man, it's gonna be fun because I know he'll watch this, and I know there's gonna be a f***ing bitch hour on his side. It's gonna be great. But I think we've been on for like an hour
Cool,
and a
man.
half. It's been a good episode. I'd say we talked about a lot of good shit. I think today has been kind of like a little masterclass in how to like actually do YouTube as a job and not take it
the
to
mental
the chin.
aspect of doing YouTube
That's
as a
the
job.
most. I hate to say it. That's probably the most important one. You got to be charismatic, but you got to
and
have.
to be fair though, that's something you learn on the job.
Yep.
Like no matter how many times people tell you like don't look at comments, like don't worry about it, your self-worth isn't defined by these random people online with anime avatars. It's like everyone's like, yeah, we know. But then the second it happens, it's like, oh my gosh, this is a human being attacking me personally.
Yeah, they can't
And,
handle it.
yeah.
YouTube is like you're at a pool, right? Like you can either dip your toe in and be like, "Oh, this is cold." No, you got to jump the in. It's gonna suck for
There's
a
gonna
minute,
be
but
piranhas
eventually you
biting
get
your ass
used.
too.
Yeah,
you have
but
to
you're
get
gonna
used to it. But
you'll get used to it.
But
Yeah.
before we wrap up, though, speaking of Sneeko and Adin Ross, two extremely red pill type peoples.
Intelligent.
So here's the thing: I don't think either of them are particularly intelligent.
I agree.
But I feel like Adin Ross. I don't think he's a bad person at his core. I just think he went down a rabbit hole, and he doesn't know a way out. And he feels like it's the right way because Twitter hates him. So like, if they're gonna treat me like the villain, I guess I'll just be the villain. I don't think.
I think the
he's
same for Sneeko though.
Sneeko. I'm not sure.
How old is Adin
I'll
Ross
be
and
honest.
Sneeko?
Adin Ross is like
Early 20s.
Oh
I think.
God,
Sneeko's
they're
like
still young
22.
and stupid.
Yeah, early 20s. So
See,
I kind of say the same for Sneeko. He meat rides a lot, but I don't think he genuinely believes a lot of this red pill shit.
I don't know. Like he'll he has a lot of takes that it's like that he goes past the red pill shit. Sneeko.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, I think Adin Ross has a way out, and I think Sneeko doesn't.
Adin Ross is a way out if he just chooses to like associate with the right people. But you're right. Like this is the thing with the internet. And I think it goes back to the Hogwarts legacy, and I think it's a really good way to end it too. When the whole Hogwarts legacy backlash was happening, I think transphobia is completely bad, and it's not something that anybody should be fucking, supporting or it's
Yeah.
bad.
100%.
Dude,
But, like,
human
if
beings
you're-
are human beings. Period.
If
No
you're in a
human being
neutral,
should be treated poorly.
if you were in a stance where like you didn't have any hard feelings toward, like you weren't educated, right? That's the best way, because there are a lot of people that aren't educated on this shit. And all of a sudden, you have a bunch of people coming at you saying you're a hater and you're a piece of shit and you should lose your job and you should lose your income. What part do you think they're going to be radicalized towards? Being empathetic towards your cause, or being against your
I don't
cause?
know. It just
And if they're against your cause, they're just only going to get radicalized to that element, and they're going to end up becoming like a Sneeko or a Adin Ross. And at that point, you've built, a counter influencer,
I
because they're going
think
to thrive in that community.
every community's worst enemy are the extremists in their own community, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I keep remembering. I don't remember who it was. Was it Chris Rock? I don't know. It was one of the comedians that got canceled a million times by the trans community. Dave Rubin.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, and he had like this one segment where he was talking about how there was this trans girl that was like an opening act to his show, and he would always like have fun and like make jokes, and like they'd make fun of each other like friends do, whatever. And she got so harassed by the community on Twitter and online because how could she hang out with this dude who's like openly making these transphobic jokes? And she killed herself.
Jesus
And
Christ. yeah.
like that's so sad. That is so
Yeah,
sad.
It is a fucking
Yeah.
fucked up scenario, and it's like if you're gonna cover any of these, like the thing about the YouTube world and think about the social media world is if you're going to jump into these like communities, you're going to go into it, and it's like if you want the best possible case scenario out of it, it's like treating somebody like dog shit isn't the fucking play you want to make. All right, there's people that I disagree with, but there is never going to be a point where I'm going to push
Over
them
the edge.
even further into whatever, over the edge into whatever hole they're into. Like the thing that I think about with the internet, and maybe it's like. I think maybe it's because we make the content, so we have like a bit more empathy towards like bad comments. For me, it's like if I disagree with somebody, I just like unfollow or like I mute or I just like go off and do I don't even interact with that. Right?
It's not
Like,
worth it.
Today,
like today, Destiny was having the whole anti-Islam arc or whatever, right? And it's
Oh,
like,
dude, I can't believe we
just
didn't talk
walked
about that
away.
on the podcast. Oh my
well, I mean,
god.
like, I think the safest thing to say is like when he was doing it, it's like we've had Destiny on the show, but it's like whatever. I'm just gonna walk away, not interact, and not even start anything on that part. You know, at the end of the day, it's like it's not a point you want to be even jumping into.
And like I said, I think before we started recording, there's people that I'm cool with them. I just don't follow them because they drive me insane, and I'm sure vice versa because I know I have my shit posting moments. So yeah, like sometimes it's just like, nah, I need a break from you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I love this podcast so much. It's like the epitome of, you know, all the jokes, you know, a Jew, a Muslim, and a redneck walk into a Chili's. It's like, that could be our motto. It's like,
Yeah, we need to rent out a Chili's and have a whole like show there at one
True.
point. Like, just fucking, we should do that. But anyways, thank you all for watching today's episode of the
Thank you
podcast.
for having me on.
Oh, anytime, Rich. Follow ReviewTechUSA on YouTube. Any other socials you want to plug in? I know you got RTU
Or
Live as
RTU
well
Streams,
for
which
YouTube.
is also on YouTube, and I'm
RTU
also
Stream.
on Twitch under RTU Streams as well. You can check me out there.
let's go, dude.
Okay.
Nice to
And
meet
you
you.
stream every day?
Almost. Obviously, with stuff going on right now, but generally, yes, I stream
Right.
every day.
Okay. Well, check them out, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good one. If you want to check out good content, check out Nux Taku as well. And if you absolutely have nothing better to do, then of course my channel is always available. But thank you for another episode of the podcast. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it. We are out.